Well, if I've pressed the correct buttons, which I think I have, we should have sound. We should have everything we need for another successful live stream. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another live stream debate. I'm not on my own channel now. This is a debate, and this is a good one. Prepare to have your socks blown off if you're wearing socks. I will hand you over to the lovely Conspiracy Cats, and he will, in a much more sensible fashion, run you through the evening's events.
Well, yeah, tonight is going to be extremely tense, extremely bitter. I'm up against someone who, you know, I am absolutely determined to smash into the ground in any way possible. This is going to be unbelievably tense. Something different for tonight. We're going to be debating superheroes, Marvel versus DC, and you're going to get involved in the chat. You're going to be the people deciding who the winner is after every little round. It'll become obvious what the format is once we've started. But can I please welcome... Well, who am I debating? Who is my... I don't even know who my opponent is.
Fight the Flat Earth.
Is that...
Apparently one of his other areas of expertise is...
I heard that Fight the Flat Earth couldn't be here, so I stood in for him. Back computer, activate camera. Hi, I'm Bruce Wayne. No, I'm not Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman. How you doing?
I didn't know Batman was from the West Country, but there we go.
Batman, I'll tell you who he reminds me of. Have you ever seen Badman? Peter Holmes' Badman. Yeah. The Batman strip. He's so funny. Oh dear me. Oh my word. So it is a light-hearted one because we've got some serious ones coming up. I was just speaking to Creaky and Fight the Flat Earth before we started. We've got debates coming up on transgenderism in sport and whether that should be right or not. We've got debates coming up on creation. We've got debates coming up on Flat Earth. And I thought this would be something nice and fun. So, JL Warren, just want to pick in the chat. You were asked... I'll read Dreamers. I did ask you to do something similar with horror movies. I was hoping you'd come on and do something similar, maybe for Halloween. So check your emails with that. Anyway, I'm just waffling on. Creaky,
waffle. I'm an excellent waffler myself. I was reading the side chat then, and I literally didn't hear anything you've just said. I just heard the word Creaky and thought it was time to speak.
I have Alfred read me stuff. So it's okay.
So, should we ask Batman, have you been solving much crime lately, Batman?
Well, it's been a bit quiet since the Arrowverse kind of ended. Batwoman's dealing with a bunch of stuff, so I've had my spare time. I've been on a few streams. It's quite fun. Fighting stupidity, that's just as much of a crime.
That's you might not be the hero that we want, but you're definitely the hero we deserve. Would you say?
You're the hero you're gonna get I'm the hero you're gonna get whether you like it or not, basically.
Right. So the rules are, I have chosen 5 superhero characters from the Marvel franchise. Right. Batman has chosen 5 from the DC franchise, and we're going to play them off one against the other, and then you guys are going to vote while we have a little bit of a chat after each one, and we'll just see how easily Marvel win. I guess that's what we're doing, isn't it?
Well, in my opinion, and I don't want to make it seem like this is going to be one-sided because this is mine and your channel, I think you've already won, even though you forgot to include Deadpool.
Well, actually, I've already won, and do you know why?
Because you went to the trouble of dressing up?
Because I'm Batman!
Oh, this is fantastic. This is playing out so much better than I'd hoped. Well, should we get started? Like,
why not?
Batman, you get to choose your first character, and then I'm sure Creaky can recognise them on the slides and pull them up.
Yes. I'll recognise the good ones anyway.
I'm going to go with a little bit of a less-known guy around the proper universe, the DC universe. He's called Solomon Grundy.
Right, let's get the photograph up.
Which number is that?
It's the one with the Incredible Hulk on. So, I think there's
number 3. Now, okay, the slides are on the screen.
Craig is Fight the Flat. Batman has chosen Solomon Grundy. I've matched him with Professor Hulk. So, Batman, you've got what do you want? 2 minutes to lay out your case for Solomon Grundy?
Yeah, that'd be more than enough.
Off you go.
Okay, so Solomon Grundy, his real name is Cyrus Gold. He stands 7'5" tall, weighs 517 pounds. Grundy is undead, and due to his zombie physiology, this is proper science, guys, he can absorb vast amounts of radiation. Once he managed to brush off Superman's full power heat vision and survived being thrown into a star. He is also able to manipulate energy, although this seems to be more subconscious. He's got extreme durability. He's nearly invincible and can survive indefinitely without food, water, or even oxygen. He has incredible regeneration abilities, once nearly regenerating instantly when his torso is split in two, thanks to the fact that he draws his powers from the plant life of the earth, similar to Swamp Thing. Even if he is destroyed, he always resurrects. He's got incredible strength, once being shown to be clearly stronger than Superman. He's a walking force of decay and can control plant life to create vines and massive biomasses that have overwhelmed even people like Plastic Man. Solomon Grundy would easily stand toe-to-toe with Bruce Banner's Hulk, and even if he did lose, he'd just resurrect and come at the Hulk again and again.
Nice. All right, Creaky, I don't think I need the Hulk on the screen. I think people just need to see the honesty in my eyes. I think he...
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, my case for... How did you get above me in the on the stream? He's taken my slot.
Because you left and came back.
Right. Okay, so Solomon Grundy, Fighter for Earth, can kiss my ass. Okay? Batman. Solomon Grundy... You talked about Solomon Grundy being able to absorb insane amounts of radiation. The Hulk was built to absorb insane amounts of radiation. That is why the Hulk is alive. Now, if you want to talk about strength, right? Solomon Grundy, oh, sure, he's a strong guy. But the Incredible Hulk, the more angry he gets, the stronger he gets. There is no limit, all right? The Incredible Hulk could get so angry, you know, he could beat Nathan Oakley in an arm wrestle, right? That is how strong the Incredible Hulk could get. But I haven't chosen the Incredible Hulk. I've chose Professor Hulk. And who is Professor Hulk? But he is the Hulk with all his physical attributes, who is a match for Solomon Grundy in a fight with a genius IQ. This is the man who built a time machine to defeat Thanos. I don't think he'll have a problem in outsmarting a walking, talking bogey, right? I don't think he's going to have that problem. He is as strong as he ever needs to be. The more Solomon Grundy punches him in the nuts, the more angry he's going to get, the stronger he's going to get, and he's going to be cleverer. It's so clever. In fact, he wouldn't even need to fight him. Because he'd clever his way out of it. So if the two were ever to meet, there is only one winner, because it's man against boy. It's a genius machine of unlimited power against a pretty strong zombie. That's my opinion.
It's a solid argument. I've got one question. You said that Hulk's really strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did he get beaten down by a deformed Eternal when he wasn't even wearing an Infinity Gauntlet?
Well, you see, what we're missing there is the Hulk is really strong. It has unlimited potential to get stronger and stronger and stronger the more angry he gets. But we know from the events of Thor Ragnarok that when he was having that moment, we know that he wasn't mentally stable. Because you remember, Bruce Banner and the Hulk aren't two different people. They are the same person with a split personality. And until he resolved that issue and became Professor Hulk, he wasn't everything he could be. So if you want to pit Solomon Grundy against, you know, the semi-depressed, mentally unwell version of the Hulk, fine. I think that's a little bit dishonest, but that's fine. I forgive you for it because you are Batman.
Of course I'm Batman. But the thing about Solomon Grundy is, even if he is beaten in a fight, even if he is evaporated into atoms, he will come back. And although Solomon Grundy's intelligence is mediocre at best, it means that his rage can take over. And when Solomon Grundy taps into his rage, he's able to manipulate the energies that he has absorbed in ways that he isn't even aware of. Instincts will take over, and he can do things that Hulk simply can't. He can manipulate energy. He can control plant matter. He could use all of the plant matter on the planet to just hold the Hulk in place. Solomon Grundy is powered by the Earth.
Has Solomon Grundy ever punched a planet so hard he's destroyed it?
No. No, but he has knocked out Superman with a single punch. And Superman can bench press something like 15 quintillion tons.
That's quite a lot, isn't it? That is quite... Do you ever get jealous that Superman's got powers and you haven't?
Shut up.
Well,
I don't need superpowers. I'm not afraid of a green rock.
Before I agree. Sorry, go on.
Superman is not allergic to green rocks. Please don't tell any villains that.
Well, my closing statement on round one, and then you can have yours, is essentially that they are both equally physically matched. Even though I argue that Hulk could become stronger, I think they're an equal physical match. But I think that Professor Hulk is just so intelligent. He could never be beaten by someone who just acts like a raw animal. He will plan his way around things. He'd fight sensibly. He'd build whatever equipment and machines he needed to capture Grundy and just keep him locked up forever and ever and ever. And then if he got out, he could still beat him in a fight. That's what I think. What do you think? What's your closer?
Well, my final thought on that is Hulk's intelligence in a fight between them would actually let him down, because Professor Hulk cares about the people and stuff around him. He's going to hold back because he doesn't want to let loose and cause a lot of damage that's unnecessary. Solomon Grundy doesn't care about that. Solomon Grundy will use all of his strength no matter the situation. Hulk's humanity, because of him being Bruce Banner, will hold him back in the fight. Solomon Grundy will stand toe to toe, and even if he does lose, he'll always come back.
Right. Well, as we speak now, what I'm doing is I'm putting the poll up for Professor Hulk or Solomon Grundy. And then maybe, should we just put a two-minute timer on it while we have a chat, and then in 2 minutes, that's it, round one has been sorted?
Can I just point something out as well? Now, I'm fairly certain that Batman has watched enough of Fight the Flat Earth debates to know that you always need to be as honest as you possibly can in debates. Now, when you were describing Solomon Grundy, Batman, you said that he doesn't eat or drink or anything, so he's a breatharian. Wouldn't that
Pretty
surely
much,
be a disadvantage
Well,
when
no,
taking on
need
the
to.
might of the Hulk?
He doesn't need that stuff because he's already dead.
But he's a dead breatharian then, which, in fairness, is pretty true to form. Yeah, it's probably the best type of breatharian.
Yeah,
But
most
there we go.
end up like that.
Exactly. I just thought I'd add that in, in the name of fair play.
I shouldn't have said that. It's not that. I
Even
didn't
if
mean
Batman gets ganged up on, he always wins.
Well, we've had a minute. Should we ask Batman if he knows what FTFT's got coming up for the next minute before we check the winner?
Yeah?
Oh yeah, FTFE told me that he's got a video coming up. It's a collaboration with Brainy Beaver. FTFE recently went on to a debate with Nathan Oakley, where Nathan Oakley said 33 times that he wants to put his testicles in FTFE's mouth. So this video will be coming out quite soon.
Will it be monetizable?
Probably not.
my word. So I mean, there's some ways to go. That would be horrendous, wouldn't it? You see, I had a friend who had a completely different and innocent definition of teabagging, and he said teabagging was when you push someone over in the snow and then kick snow on the face. And he used to walk around.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, he was 25. He was 25. We're going on for the pub. He's like, I'm going to teabag you because it was snowing. He's like, no, you're not. You're not going to teabag me. And and he was like, what do you mean? She's like, you kick snow? I was like, no, that's not what it means. That's not happening. Oh, dear me. Right.
Oh, dear.
Creaky, how long have we got left on our 2 minutes before we decide who the winner is? Before we check the poll.
I thought you were timing the 2 minutes.
Batman says it's about been a minute and 45.
So 15 seconds. Get your voting on the community tab. And
Let me get onto the community tab as well.
we've had nearly 20 votes so far. But, yeah.
Right, let's have a look. Because I think I'd like to be the one to shatter Batman's world. Assuming that that Batman didn't win, of course.
Well,
I've
even
not,
if Batman doesn't win, he always wins.
Even looking like he's losing his Park Islam. Batman is pretty cool, I'll give you that. I mean, you are pretty cool, I'll give you that.
Well, I am a ninja, so, I mean, you can't beat a ninja.
Right, I think we'll call that 2 minutes then, Catz.
And who's the winner, sir?
Professor Hulk with 83% of the vote.
Sorry, Batman.
I mean, if the chat wants to lie, I mean, that's up to them. Yeah, Superman, I might need a hand. What do you mean you're busy at the Daily Planet? No, it's a Sunday. What day is it? Oh, crap, it's Wednesday. Can you call in sick? No, you're Superman. Never mind, I'll deal with it.
Got to do a Halloween one of these.
Yeah.
This is making me laugh. Right, so it does appear I was worried because you know your stuff, right? You know your stuff way better than me. I'm a fan of this stuff, but I know you really, really know it well. So I thought I was going to get an absolute spanking. So I'm glad at least to have scored. Okay.
First time for everything, I guess.
There is a first time for everything. Creaky's gone now.
What? Why have I gone?
I don't know. Your face has disappeared.
Why have I turned my video off? That was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it?
YouTube told me to do it.
So, go on then. Who do you want to use as your second character, and who do you want to go on, Batman? Because you lost the first one, you can choose which character goes next and who gives the opening speech.
All right, well, let's do the Green Lantern versus whichever useless fake superhero you choose, and you can go first.
Okie dokie. I can't remember who I chose to face the Green Lantern, so I'll have to wait till Creaky pulls it up.
Is the Green Lantern the guy with the stupid little green mask?
Yes.
Right. Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted then.
I mean, not Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. God's sake. I'm so bad at this.
John Diggle. He'll be the next Green Lantern.
Yeah. So what we'll do this?
Do you know
what we'll
when
do
I
this
found out
time?
John Diggle's dad's name was General Stewart? I almost slapped Alfred.
We'll alternate between Batman and the yeah. Whenever you're ready, Batman.
Well, Catz can go first for this one.
Oh, okay. Catz, whenever you're ready.
I've forgotten who my character was though. Is it up on the screen yet?
Pretty sure it's Doctor Strange.
Yes, Doctor Strange.
Was it Doctor Strange? Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing about Doctor Strange is that not only is he one of the most intelligent humans on the planet and skillful humans on the planet, who's become one of the greatest surgeons on Earth, but he's also one of the most coolest, badass superheroes you've ever. He possesses almost unlimited power. He possesses a time stone, right? The guy can travel in time, and it was his ability to view the future that allowed even Thanos to be taken down and destroyed. Okay? How can I put it? Doctor Strange is just pretty much unbeatable and undefeatable. Now, as much as a fan as I am of the Green Lantern and his ring, okay, his little toy ring that he can fire green laser beams out, he like the difference in power here is just unbelievable. All right, and I know that's not a very good opening statement, and maybe I'll get you in the back and forth on it, but I just don't. I see this as men against boys. I see this as, you know, Nathan Oakley against Neil deGrasse Tyson. So that's it.
Right. See, now when I say Green Lantern, I'm talking about a specific Green Lantern, and that specific Green Lantern is Kyle Rayner. The reason I've chosen Kyle Rayner is because not only is he full of great willpower, which is why one of the rings from Sector 2814 chose him, but he's a comic book artist and an illustrator. And that means that he has the imagination to utilize that Green Lantern ring in ways that have never been done before. He could utilize it so well that he was chosen by the life force of the very universe to be the only White Lantern. And being a White Lantern means that he can control every color of the emotional spectrum. He's got the power of every single core that there is, so he can control all of the energies. He can tap into the rage, the avarice, the hope, the love, all of it, as well as the will for green. He is so powerful that he can bend space-time and change reality because he has that amount of control. Kyle Rayner knows the universe so well because of his connection with the white ring that he can travel to the very edge of the universe and pass through the source wall, which means that he can alter reality. Kyle Rayner is so powerful that he was chosen to be the representation for life across the universe. And when we're talking about Green Lanterns, there was an original reason the Green Lanterns were created by the Guardians of the Universe on Oa, and that was to combat the scourge that was magic. The Green Lantern Corps were created to hunt down and destroy magic across the universe. They know how to deal with magic wielders. Doctor Strange doesn't have a chance.
Okay, so you've mentioned a lot of stuff there, right? That Kyle Rayner can do. Which one of those things can Doctor Strange not do better?
He can't control the very energies of this universe the way that a White Lantern can. He can't create all the constructs that he's want. He's limited by the extra dimensional energies and the spells that he can tap into. Whereas Kyle Rayner and the Ring can literally do anything that he can imagine. And like I said, the Green Lantern, the technology around the Ring was designed partly to combat magic. It's there to fight against the universal energy manipulation that magic wielders use. And the Ring can do anything that the imagination of the wielder can imagine. Doctor Strange can't do that.
So what happens when they fight and his ring runs out of power? He's just an ordinary bloke, but Doctor Strange has magic within him.
Well, the White Lantern that his powers the Ring is kept in a pocket dimension that is on the wielder, so he can always draw from the energy. So the White Lantern will never run out of energy.
I didn't know. That's pretty cool. That's you get. That was going to be my stuff. Takes his ring off. But seriously though,
no, I've been a Green Lantern and a Red Lantern and a Yellow Lantern. It was quite fun.
No, that is good. But do you seriously think for a second? You know, we're talking with Doctor Strange, somebody who can manipulate time itself and can just hop from one universe into another. All right, pitted against each other. Is there any way, shape, or form that your version of the Green Lantern could even keep up with Doctor Strange? Is there any way he could even keep up with him?
Manipulate space-time and create wormholes and travel pretty much instantaneously wherever he wants.
As can Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But can your Green Lantern do that from one universe to another?
He has been known to travel through different multiverses. He went to Earth 2 to get Alan Scott so that they had extra power. Because Alan Scott has got the Starheart powering his ring rather than a normal Green Lantern. So there was a lot more power in that. So the White Lantern traveled to Earth 2 to get Alan Scott. He can do what he wants. He can manipulate reality.
Well, my closing argument on this one is going to be that there is nobody who manipulates reality better than Doctor Strange. He was the best of all of his kind, the best of all the reality manipulators. He's in possession of the Time Stone, and you know he can carry that around his neck without it hurting him. He is the king of all the people who can manipulate reality. So, all right, other people have got fancy tricks, but there is nobody anywhere in that universe that has quite the ability and the grasp and the intelligence that Doctor Strange has. Because let's remember, all the characters who play the Green Lanterns are flyboys. They're just a little bit silly, a little bit reckless. They're not calculated like Doctor Strange, who foresaw millions of different events and out of those millions and millions of different events, only one could beat Thanos, and he made that happen. I think if he was sat down against the snotty guy with the ring, he would foresee millions of different events, and millions of them would see him winning, and he would choose one of them. Over to you.
Well, White Lantern is ultra powerful, never run out of energy, can control all of the various energies of the emotional spectrum, and also he's friends with the rest of the Green Lantern Corps. So how's Doctor Strange going to cope against the entire Green Lantern Corps when they're at the beck and call of Kyle Rayner? White Lantern, hands down.
Right, well, I will put a poll up while...
I've just done that.
Have you?
Yeah. I was actually earning my living for once instead of just sitting here like a spare part.
What do you think?
I'm just sharing the link. I don't know on this one. I'm not quite so sure. I was sure initially because I'm a Doctor Strange fan, but you spoke of the Green Lantern's ring far too much for my tastes.
I'm going to say Traveller X has come up with a brilliant comment in the thing there, and he's seen me exactly for what I am. He says Catz is the best character here, and I think I did between the two. But I need arguments for the comics, and I love watching TV programs. You know, I love the movies and I love the TV shows. I don't read the comics, and I know there's so much out there in the comics that, like, if somebody else was in my position, they could give such better arguments. So yeah, I think that's been highlighted. Were you into the comics, Batman?
Oh, I don't really have time to read that nonsense. You know, I deal with real world things. Like, you know, gods from other dimensions and Wonder Woman and stuff, you know. So, you know, real scientific endeavors.
And I suppose comics for you are a bit like biographies, aren't they? Autobiographies.
Yeah. The nonsense they write about me, it's all lies. I've never lost a fight. Bane never broke my back. Ow.
I think we've got probably about a minute left on that. Creaky, what's your thoughts? Are you big into, you know, do you like watching the superhero films?
I do really enjoy superhero films, but I just don't pay close enough attention to be able to argue their case. I just think Deadpool is the funniest superhero film I have seen in forever.
Yeah,
absolutely hysterical.
I will give this, you know, the second-rate comics company do good movies, but they don't do TV like, you know, the guys that own me. I mean, the Arrowverse just amazing.
You know, I'll give you that. In all seriousness, I think the DC shows, the TV shows, are just far better. I mean, I do like the Marvel shows, but DC, it's showing his ring now.
That's my Green Lantern ring. I've just not charged it in ages.
Yeah, I think the DC shows are way better than the Marvel. I do like the Marvel shows, especially Daredevil. You know, I like the Daredevil and stuff. But yeah, what they've built with the DC universe is like, to me, the TV version of the Marvel cinematic universe, isn't it? It's just getting so big now.
Yeah. And the thing with the with what they've done with the TV shows or with DC is they've integrated every other TV show that DC's ever put out, like the 90s Flash TV show, the 66 Batman TV show. They're all part of the Arrowverse now, thanks to Crisis on Infinite Earth, which is great. Even the movies are part of the same continuity.
Well, they had Michael Keaton's Batman universe in there as well, didn't they? And Smallville, and, you know, everything.
Michael Keaton's Batman and the twinkly vampire Batman are coming back for the Flash movie.
Are they? Right.
Yeah, because, you know, Flash screws with reality quite often. Idiot.
That'd be good, that would be good. All right, 2 minutes up.
Yeah, 2 minutes is done, and we have a winner. And the winner is Doctor Strange with 76% of the vote.
I am playing at home here. Maybe I'm getting the home vote.
Yeah,
because
quite possibly.
I feel you won that one because I just blabbed about, Doctor Strange has got powers, but I feel maybe we're getting the home vote. Oh, dear. Right. So, 2 down, 3 to go.
So realistically speaking, then, Catz, if you win the next one, then it's done.
Well, you know,
there's only 5.
If we're counting to 5, if we were just doing it counting to 5, possibly, you know, but we haven't included the options for draws. Maybe we'll do a vote at the end of the night. for like the
Yeah.
best character of the night, and that could be another award. Whoever gets the best character of the night, that's equally as good as the best five.
Okay,
What do you think,
cool.
Batman?
I like it.
Cool.
My ears is floppy.
So the other one's standing to attention pretty nice though.
Stupid Mark 17 bat suit. Need Alfred to sort that out.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I did watch DC this. I saw Red Superman, where he was. I watched it with my daughter, who was watching this downstairs actually. Hi. Watched it with her, and it was where a universe where Superman had landed in Russia.
And yeah, Red Sun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So, yay me.
Nerd.
Right, you get to choose the next one, Batman.
All right, let's choose my boy Soups.
Superman.
Okay.
Aye. So
Ready whenever you are, Batman.
here's the thing about Superman. He's just OP. I mean, the dude can do whatever he wants. He's got infinite amounts of strength charged by our sun. He can move insanely fast, something like 17 trillion times the speed of light, using the amount of energy his cells absorb from our sun. He can bend space-time. He's ultra strong, ultra fast. He can defy physics with the things that he does. He can shoot lasers out of his eyes. He can burst energy out of his entire body enough to take out several cities. He can fly from one side of the universe to the other in a blink of an eye. He can survive in space. He can survive underwater. He is unbelievably powerful. That any comic that's got him in, they have to take his powers away to be able to give the enemy a chance to defeat him. If Superman has all his powers and he's at full strength, there is just nobody that can beat him. He is insanely powerful and thinks that he's better than me because he's got superpowers. Stupid Superman. Yeah, he's just the OG OP superhero. You can't beat Superman.
Okay. Right. You can.
I can't help thinking, Katz, that this one isn't fair. Batman gets a guy with a six-pack in spandex, and you get a pensioner in a wheelchair. How
Hey,
is this even a fair fight?
That picture, you know those FaceTime apps, and it shows you what you look like in 50 years. That was me. Okay. No, I've done that deliberately, right? Now, first of all, you say no one could beat Superman, but you beat him. So, and you've got no powers. You've only got a scout's belt. But moving away from that,
But Batman, obviously.
I'm Batman. But listen, everything you said there was right, Bats. Yeah, Superman is insanely powerful, insanely strong, insanely fast, just insanely awesome. And there is no way I was gonna pick a character to go up against Superman that would have to compete against him in any of those fields. I wasn't gonna try and pick someone to be out stronger or faster, right? Because I wouldn't win. But it's been proven time and time and time again that Superman is mentally, how can I put it, fragile. You can get at Superman, all right? Even a little bit of red kryptonite, red rock, can change the way Superman behaves. He has doubts. He doubts himself. He's not mentally super. But who is mentally super? Professor X, Professor Xavier, who can access the mind of anybody on Earth from any distance, and he can control them. You know, he even threatened to make Wolverine live the rest of his life thinking he was a little girl. So for all of Superman's abilities, for everything Superman can do, Professor X could wear him like a glove. Kind of. In like a mental way. He could. So essentially, what I'm saying is, Professor X control. Superman is like an awesome toy with Professor X at the remote control. You can't. He can't. He just cannot defend any kind of mental, psychic attack, anything like that. Which is why I've used Professor X. What do you think about that then?
Well, Professor X can control the mind of all the humans on Earth, right? And all the mutants.
Well, we don't know that doesn't extend to extraterrestrials, do we?
Well, have you got any evidence it does?
Well, he can control mutant minds, which by definition, especially with some of the film, are not human.
Well, Clark has been shown to fight off mental attacks from a lot of people. Brainwave, when he fought against Brainwave, and Brainwave has pretty much the powers of Professor X. And he was able to fight off the mental attack of Brainwave to be able to stop him from controlling the world. Superman has been able to shown to fight off the effects of red kryptonite. Yeah, you're going to maybe take him out for a little bit, make him fight himself or go a little bit crazy, but he's going to recover because he's Superman. And his will power is so immense that he can fight against mental attacks. It might take him a while. All you have to do is shout his mum's name at him, and he's going to snap back to reality. Martha! And he's good. And then Superman can hear the heartbeat of every individual creature on the planet. He's going to locate Professor X in seconds. And then what does Professor X do? Nothing. One blast from Superman's heat vision. Professor X is nothing more than a smoldering wreck on a wheelchair.
And then we're getting straight back into how brutally powerful Superman is. But the reality of the situation is simply this. The minute Superman even thought about going to say hello to Professor X would have him eating a kryptonite sandwich and then burying himself somewhere away from sunlight. So, because obviously we know Superman is a bit of a wuss without the sun. Okay, and that will be that. Goodbye. That's all she wrote.
Kryptonite doesn't exist in the Marvel universe.
But that wouldn't matter, because what Professor X would do is make Superman believe he'd eaten kryptonite. So Superman would still go and hide somewhere, be made to go and hide somewhere from the sun, and lose all his powers. See, the thing is,
for a little time. But like I said, Superman has beaten mental attacks countless times. It might take him a little while, even after Doomsday nearly killed him, and he went a bit crazy when he was brought back. It took him a while, but he always comes back. Superman's willpower is just as impressive as any Green Lantern.
Well, my closing statement on this then will be simply this: that Professor X could wear Superman like a mental glove, and as soon as he had control over him, which would be at any point he wanted, especially with Cerebro, even without it, he would make Superman use his laser eyes to chop his own legs off, and then chop his own arms off, then chop his winky off. Okay? And that will be it. No more Superman. Which will be a shame, because I quite like Superman. What's your closing argument?
Superman's part of a team. He's got me. He's got the Green Lantern. He's got Wonder Woman. But he's also got someone like the Martian Manhunter, who has given all of the members of the Justice League the ability to defend against psychic attacks. So Professor X would have to get through not only that's Superman's immense willpower, but the defenses that Martian Manhunter has put in place. And once Superman knows where Professor X is, he's done for.
Well, is the poll up, Creaky, sir?
The poll is up.
Right. Wow. How do you think it's going so far, sir?
Well,
I'm enjoying myself.
Batman, you know.
Batman enjoys everything, clearly. There we are, side chat. I've just posted the link for you to vote for round 3. Superman versus a pensioner in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, though, because it's such very different styles, isn't it? Very, very different styles. So
it is. Superman's not only strong and stuff, but he's fast, and not just fast. He thinks fast, and he lives fast. If say you got injured in the road, Catz, and you had some insane internal injury, and Superman was the only one there, even if he didn't know how to save you, he could go to a library, read all the books on surgery that he needs in a matter of milliseconds, and become an expert in whatever field he wants, enough to come back and save your life. Faster than you can blink an eye. There's only one person faster than Superman.
The Flash.
Good old Flash. God's sakes,
Flash.
I'm going to be in so much trouble.
What do you think of? Just so while waiting for that, but what do you think of Ruby Rose quitting the Batwoman show?
Yeah, that did frustrate me a little, honestly. The reasons behind it were basically, but it's really hard work and I have to be there a lot.
Really?
If you're going to represent a bat person, you need to put in the work. This is a full-time gig.
I got the wrong end of the stick then. I thought she'd left because she wasn't lesbian and she was playing a lesbian character and there was pressure from the LGBT community to get someone, get a lesbian actress to play the role. I thought that's why, because I know there was a bit of opposition when she took the role because of that.
Well, the reasons she gave was that it was too conflicting with her schedules and stuff like that, which I was disappointed with because I enjoyed her portrayal of My Cousin.
I did. You know what? And it got slated in the reviews, and but I thought so, and it put me off watching it, to be honest, because the reviews were that bad. But when I did, I got into it. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I didn't.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
I'm interested to see what's happened in the second season because Alice doesn't have someone to kind of fight with now.
Well, all the thing is, what they do, because they've replaced her with somebody who is essentially, they've not replaced the actress, just to the actress playing the same character. They've actually written a whole new character in, haven't they?
Yeah, there's going to be a new Batwoman, yeah.
But that's it. But all the other characters in the show are linked around, the family, aren't they? You've got Alice, you've got the dad, you've got Ruby Rose's character. Yeah, it's all one family. So this new character's coming in with no links to anybody. It'll be interesting to see how they pull that off. But well, I don't know. What do you think, Creeks?
I'm completely lost, if I'm being totally honest. I've never even seen anything you're talking about. But the vote is looking good this time. It's very, very close. You've got about 30 seconds to get your final thoughts posted on the community tab. So do it now.
Oh, dear.
Superman, he stands for hope. No matter what happens, Superman will make it all better.
He does, and and everybody sees him flying around in his suit and his uniform, and he gets all the praise for it. Whereas Professor X is so humble, and has saved the universe, the Earth so many times, and people virtually don't know who he is. Just such a humble guy. I love his haircut. I love what he's done with his hair.
I see. That's who you styled yourself on.
Like I said, that was one of those apps that aged me 50 years. But,
right, I think the final vote is in. And it's very, very close. But the winner of round 3, with 51% of the vote, is Professor X.
Good Lord! No! Good Lord!
I thought I was going to lose that one for sure. Oh, man.
It was close, and I've got a strong suspicion that if I'd let it go longer, it would have ended up either 50-50 or gone the other way, but, I
think I should get extra points for
I did promise to help you before we went live, didn't I?
Well, my word. I'm stunned. But
you're doing very well, partner.
I think what I think it is, mate. I think it's the home advantage because I clearly don't know anywhere near as much as Batman does about this stuff. I'm just relying on my abilities I've learned as a teacher just to bullshit my way through conversation, just to make stuff up as I'm going along. Oh dear me. Well, who's next, Bats?
All right, so let's go with Dr. Manhattan.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know who I've got.
Is that the weird-looking guy with who's
the big
blue?
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the weird-looking guy with the weird blue eyes. Right, okay. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Batman, sir, over to you.
All right, so... Oh, you've got Thanos, don't you? All right.
Is that who I chose, Thanos? Right.
Yeah. Dr. Manhattan, he's a god. It's plain and simple. When his subatomic bonds were ripped apart by his intrinsic field experiments after he got trapped in the chamber, he literally became one with the fabric of the universe. His very essence is entwined with reality, and that means that he can control it. With a single thought, he can wipe out entire multiverses. He was responsible for the destruction of the entire DC multiverse before rebuilding it as a new 52, which when he saw it wasn't quite what he wanted, he destroyed it again with Rebirth. Dr. Manhattan can connect to every point in space and time across every conceivable universe. He can't be harmed, has unlimited power, and needs no piddly gauntlets or power stones to do what he does. He can exist in every possible universe at every point in time and space at the same time, whereas an Infinity Gauntlet is only able to affect the universe that it is from. Dr. Manhattan is a freaking god.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Oh no, I've lost the sound.
Oh no, can you hear me? Oh,
I can hear him.
I can hear you. But I don't know. Does Creaky know that we can hear him? Can he hear us?
I can now. I don't know what happened then. Hang on, 1 sec. I did. I pressed the button. You're right, Batman.
It's because Batman was talking so much rubbish about Dr. Manhattan. We had to switch.
Yeah,
Listen.
I just cut him off in his prime. But now we're back to full
I
strength.
think everyone heard me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
do
think
you want-
everyone heard you. It was just me that couldn't hear you.
Listen, I'm gonna concede something here that as far as I know, all right, and I think I've been shown up as being someone who only really watches the films and the TV shows. I don't have the knowledge you've got, but as far as I know, Dr. Manhattan pretty much is like you would say the closest thing you get to God in everything I've watched and all the DC and Marvel stuff. That is possibly the closest thing and can do pretty much anything. So in my limited knowledge, when I was thinking around, the only person I could think that had any chance of maybe even making it a draw with Dr. Manhattan would be Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, because he was able to handle it. Now, with the Infinity Gauntlet, you are also basically God. Whatever you think comes into existence. Now, here is where I think Thanos might win a few votes over some other people, or over Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan can manipulate things according to the laws of physics, right? If it's in the laws of physics, Dr. Manhattan can do it. So he can break apart the universe, put it back together however he wants, within the laws of physics. But with the Infinity Gauntlet, you do not have to obey the laws of physics, which means that Thanos, with the Infinity Gauntlet, is even more powerful than Dr. Manhattan. Of course, he has to have the Infinity Gauntlet, and he doesn't always have it. When he's not got it, he's just an ant under Dr. Manhattan's boot. But once you have it, you are even more. You are at the very minimum at least as powerful, and you are not bound by the laws of physics. And that, in my limited knowledge, is what I would say to that.
You sounded marginally less confident that time, Kat.
Yeah, I just know how good. I just know how good Dr. Manhattan is, and I thought about Galactus, and I thought about who I've got another card later on, but I just think with the Infinity Stones on the Gauntlet, he's not bound even by the laws of physics. He can do everything Dr. Manhattan can do, and all he's got to do is think it. And so that's my best shot. What do you think, Bats?
I think, although it may seem at the surface that Dr. Manhattan is limited by the laws of physics of the particular universe he is in, he can just rewrite the laws of physics. He can just change where the universe's origin was and change the laws of physics so that he can do what he wants. And the thing about Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet is it only works in the universe that those Infinity Stones are from. Each universe in the multiverse has their own Infinity Stones or gems, depending on which they're from. Sometimes there's 4, sometimes there's 5, sometimes there's 6. But they only work in the universe they are from. Dr. Manhattan can exist in every single conceivable universe at the same time. That's how much his being is entwined with the fabric of reality. He can change reality because he can change the laws of physics.
I did not know that those Infinity Stones would only work within the one universe.
Uh-huh.
Which kind of makes my argument null and void, really, doesn't it? Even I would vote for you on this one. Because
I mean, you're still going to win because everyone loves you.
I don't know how I could possibly match that, and I really struggled with Dr. Manhattan. I did. All I can say is I did my best. I thought that with the stones, Thanos will be at least the same power as Manhattan. I didn't realize that they only work within one universe.
I mean, it would be an epic reality warping battle. That's for sure. But I mean, Dr. Manhattan can exist across multiple universes, and Thanos can't do that.
Right. Yeah. I think. Damn it. Yeah. I'm not going to concede, but I'm not going to bother with the closing statement either, because I don't know what else to say. I think I've been royally humped on that one.
I've never heard of Dr. Manhattan. Have I like missed some films or something?
Watchmen. You got to watch
the Watchmen films.
Right.
He's in.
What's the series like? The Watchmen series? Because I've got that on my list. I've got to get.
Honestly, not
that.
watched it yet.
No, me neither. But the film's really good, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. FTFE and his wife have just spent literally 11 months watching the entire Arrowverse. That's like something like 700 shows they've just watched.
Who's your favourite Arrow enemy in the Arrow show? Not the Arrowverse, but in the Arrow show. Who's your favourite enemy?
Oh, probably Reverse Splash. Thorn.
I liked Damien Dark when he was in Arrow. He got a bit silly and camp, like less powerful when he went to Legends of Tomorrow. But he was mean in Arrow. I thought he was very good, and I like that actor as well. What's his name?
I can't remember now.
But no, I thought he was really good. And of course, I think Slade Wilson was pretty cool when he was on the Murakuru. But
have you watched Stargirl yet?
Yeah, watched it with my youngest.
Really enjoyed that.
She loved it. I loved it. But see Starman back at the end. How's he back? Oh,
I know.
Spoilers.
Yeah, shush.
No one need watch it now.
I did love
Sorry.
Joel from Community in it. That was awesome.
I can't believe I've just ruined that for people. Sorry, guys. And if you didn't know, at the end of The Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis is dead. Get them all out now. Darth Vader's Luke Skywalker's
Wait, what? Bruce Willis is dead? Oh my god.
That's it. What else can we spoil for people? Oh, man. Sorry, ruined it. Anyway, is that our 2 minutes up, Creaky, do you think?
Yeah, should we post the yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna live on the edge. Go and vote for round 4. Just posted the link in the community tab. Let's see how much Catz wins by this time.
I can't. It's a fix even if I win this one.
Dr. Manhattan is, I think he's written to be unbeatable. Within the continuity of even the DC comics, he is the one responsible for the New 52 and all of them. To do what he wants to do with the Infinity Gauntlet, to wipe out half of all life, it damaged him and it damaged the Gauntlet. Dr. Manhattan can do what he does over and over and over with no damage to himself.
Yeah, you're right. I just don't see how he can be beaten. Speaking of Watchmen, have you seen the guy on YouTube who made his own Rorschach mask, working the mask?
Oh yeah, that was cool.
It's amazing. Like, if you've not seen it, what was he using? Like thermochromic dyes and then breathing out different parts of his mouth to make it all move.
Yeah, it makes it change as he was breathing.
It was just like the film, though, wasn't it?
Going from the heat from inside to outside made it all do wibbly wobbly things. It was cool.
Yeah, really, really good that. But how much have I been beaten by the Creaky?
Are we ready for the results? Are we?
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
Right, let's just give it a refresh. And the winner, with 72% of the vote, is Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, DC for the win.
Had to be. He's got to be the
one win for me is like 4 points, though, right?
Yeah, that's it. This is a decider. Next goal wins.
Right, we have. Who do we have left? Do you know the options or?
I know the options. Yeah.
There we are. Batman, are you choosing again?
Well, Catz can go first this time as he lost there.
So my character, you may see some parallels here. My character is a billionaire playboy genius who himself, physically, he doesn't have any superpowers himself, but he is insanely rich, which you could count as a superpower. He is incredibly intelligent, which I guess you could count as a superpower, and he does have amazing toys and gadgets. But unlike maybe other superhero, pretend superhero billionaire playboys, the gadgets that this guy have are on a world-destroying scale. One of his gadgets nearly went out of hand when he created a robot which nearly took over the entire world. I am, of course, talking about. Oh, it's on the screen there. I am, of course, talking about Iron Man. That's not a surprise now because he's on. He's already on the screen. Iron Man and his opponent Batman in this are two sides of the same coin.
I look great there.
It is a good one, that. The two sides of the same coin. They're both very incredible, very intelligent. If it come to hand-to-hand combat, Batman would make Iron Man, just his pet. He could do whatever he wanted with him. But geared up with the technology, with the toys, I don't think Iron Man can be beat. Iron Man can be stood in a fight with 50 other Iron Men that he's created with him. Batman does his thing by using his toys and gadgets. Just Iron Man's gadgets are just way better. It's as simple as that. As good as Batman is, as brilliant as Batman is, as clever as he is, he just doesn't have the hardware, the infrastructure. He just doesn't have what it takes to match anything that Iron Man can throw at him. What do you think, Bats? Sorry, mate.
I think that Batman, he's got a sponsor. It's called Wayne Tech. And Wayne Tech are responsible for some of the most powerful technology in the military. They have built all of the gadgets that the military have used to win wars, and all of that resource can go into helping me. All the toys I've got are just as powerful as Iron Man's. I could cite my Hellbat armor, which was created for me so that I could fight battles way beyond my strength. It makes me almost as powerful as Superman. Not only that, but I am such an awesome guy that I have been deemed worthy to wear a Green Lantern ring because of my willpower, a Red Lantern ring because my parents were killed in an alleyway and that makes me really angry, and a Yellow Lantern ring because, let's face it, I'm scary as hell. I can wield those rings because I'm so amazing, and I'm not an alcoholic like Tony Stark. Tony Stark might be a nice, smart guy that can build some fancy flying robots, but I'm a master strategist. I'm a ninja. I can take out every one of the people I've talked about that I think are so good. I can take them all out because you give me enough time to prepare, and I can win any battle. I can take out Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, any of them, because I know how to prepare. I have resources beyond anything that you guys realize. There is one reason and one reason only that I will win, and that's simple. I'm Batman.
That was good. That was good. Well, you see, you've also told a little fib. You said that the armor that you wear makes you almost as powerful as Superman. Right, mate, even wearing that armor, Superman will blow your head off with a wet fart. Right? There's no way in a million years that you're nearly as powerful. But look at Iron Man's armor. Look at what Iron Man's armor endures. That guy can fly into space with his armor. He's gone toe to toe with the Incredible Hulk and knocked him out with his armor, just in one of his suits, in the Hulkbuster suit. He has thousands of these things. He has a machine, right? I mean, we saw in the last Spider-Man film, he's got a machine. You just tell it what you want, and it just creates there and then for you immediately a whatever suit you want. He can wear his nanotech suit under his normal clothes on a watch, right? Whenever he's ready for action, he just says, Jarvis, ready for action, and he's there, ready for action. He doesn't have to make an excuse to leave, I just need to go to the toilet, put my suit on, like Bruce Wayne would have to do. Go and get me belt.
Who's Bruce Wayne?
Whoever Batman is, he doesn't have to make excuses to leave when trouble kicks off so he can get his suit or get his gadgets or get his car. Iron Man has it with him, on him, it is him all the time. He's ready for action, and his gadgets, I'm sorry, but they are so way better than Batman's gadgets. He could nuke you from space. He's got satellites flying around in space. So you might have your little car with the big wheels driving around, right? He's got a satellite full of nuclear bombs. What are you going to do?
I've literally got a space station that I built. The tower, the Justice League Tower is literally a space station that me and my engineers built. I've got satellites just like Tony. I've got all those satellites as well. I can instantly call down a power suit from space and it'll be there in a matter of seconds. Not only that, but my Batmobiles are ferocious machines. that could just destroy Tony Stark's armor with the armaments and the cannons and the EMPs that could just instantly turn off Friday's systems, and boom, what's Tony going to do with no operating system? I don't need an operating system to control my armor. It's all done by me because I'm Batman.
Mate, the most frightening thing your Batmobile could do is run a red light, okay? Tony Stark had the biggest weapons company in the world. He supplied the militaries across the world with high-tech weapons. That's what he did before he even became Iron Man, and upped his game and made even better stuff. Even his worst stuff was the best weaponry in the world. That's how good he was.
Iron Man might be, an engineering genius, but he's pretty bloody stupid. He tells people who he actually is. What happens then? They get in a helicopter and blow up his house because they know where he lives. Iron Man is nowhere near the level of Batman. My strategic knowledge allows me to prepare for any situation. You guys don't even understand how much preparation I've got. I've not only got boxes for each of the Justice League, but each of those Avengers. I could take them all out because I've had time to prepare. I am more than just an engineer and a ninja, but I am the world's best strategist and detective.
Right. Except you only can tend to hang around Gotham, don't you? Beating up people who mug people on streets. Tony Stark has saved the entire planet numerous times. The scale of his operation is global. The scale of yours is about that big. His is global.
Actually, when I was inducted into the Green Lantern Corps for a while, I helped save the entire galaxy.
Don't try and impress me with your superior knowledge on comics. Just because you know more than me. Iron Man would win because I say so. Iron Man would win because, let's face it, would you rather have a Batmobile, a belt, and some bulletproof armor? Or would you rather literally have a suit of armor made of iron that could take you into space, shoot lasers out its hands, be indestructible even when the Hulk is punching the hell out of it? Who would I know who I'd rather be? And there's a reason that Tony Stark is stupid enough to tell everybody who he is, and that is because he's so good he doesn't have to be afraid of anybody. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, but I don't wake up with a hangover every day like Tony Stark.
Well, once you get as good as him, you can.
I mean, can you imagine what happens? He's flying around in his suit, and oh no, he's feeling a bit sick because too much beer or whatever last night. Froze up inside his suit. How's Friday gonna like that? Now he can't see. His HUD's all covered in vomit. Nah, you don't want a guy like that trying to save the world.
Well, I think these. I'll make my closing statement. I think these are two very closely matched characters. I think they're both human with gadgets and determination, but who's got the best? I think their ability to fight hand to hand doesn't come into this because if they ever did come against each other and fight, they're not going to meet in a ring or on the street as people and fight. They're going to bring the preparation, they're going to bring the weapons, they're going to bring the toys. It's never going to come down to a fist fight, which I concede Batman would definitely win. All right. But I think when it comes down to it, just the overwhelming force of what Tony Stark has to bring is just too much for the Bats. What do you say, Bats? Your closing statement.
I've been trained my whole life to do this. I am at the peak of my physical prime. I'm so prepared for every situation that no matter what happens, I've always got a trick or nine up my sleeve. I don't tell everyone my secret identity, so I don't put my family and my friends in danger like dumbass Tony Stark does. I am Batman. I have saved the universe countless times. There's no way Iron Man can stand against me. And you know what? It does come down to what if they don't have their toys and they just meet in the street. Who's going to win? Scrawny little Tony Stark or a bloody ninja?
Well, there we go. Is the poll up for Mr.
The
Creaky
poll
Blinder?
is going up now, so head over and vote for round 5. And Kat, somebody's pointed out in the side chat, and I did notice myself as well, that you mentioned that Tony Stark has the best weapon.
He certainly does. Apparently, he does have the best weapon, and you want to see him polish that helmet of his before
I
he
was going to
goes
say
into
maybe
battle.
that's why he's so popular with the girl.
Absolutely. How often do you polish your helmet there, Franz?
He died when he got trapped on a spaceship the other side of the galaxy, huh? Useless.
Oh, dear me. Go on, Bats. How often is it you polish? You polish.
Oh, well, I get Alfred to polish my helmet, actually.
I always thought Alfred looked a bit light in the loafers. You've just confirmed it.
Oh my word! Right.
What do you mean you quit, Alfred? No. God, whoops.
Shit. Right. Okay.
Compose
I don't know.
yourself,
I'm in this bloody
Catz.
pantsuit.
It does. Well, we'll bring after we've done the vote. We'll bring maybe Fight the Flat Earth on and see what he's got coming up in the future.
We've
Maybe.
got about another 30 seconds before the vote for round 5 closes, guys. So if you want to increase the lead of the particular superhero who is in the lead, then you best do it now.
Oh dear me! But I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to the new Batman film, the Robin Pattinson one.
Yeah. I quite like Batflick, and he's not done, apparently. I think he's also going to be in the Flash movie.
Batfink.
Batflick.
Oh, Batfink. Batfink. Do you remember
Batfink. Although
Batfink?
Batfink was
I
great.
do, yeah.
Good friend of
It was
mine.
brilliant. Anyone in America watching, just let us know if you're in America and you got Batfink in America. It was great.
Oh, man, that was amazing. With my wings of steel.
I mean, but how stereotypical was his sidekick? Like, he wouldn't even give his sidekick a proper name. He just called him Karate. That's it. Like, yeah. Am I right? Have I remembered that right? Was his sidekick just called Karate?
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
dear me.
Just chopped everything. Oh, man.
Right, anyway, the results are in. Brace yourself. Because the winner of round 5 with 70% of the vote is obviously Iron Man.
Oh,
And quite
guys.
rightly so. Sorry, Batman.
It's disgraceful. I mean, no respect. I've saved your planet so many times.
well,
Every single one of you that voted against me, next time I'm just letting Darkseid take you.
I tell you what, what Batman I did watch the other day that was way better than I thought it was going to be. Way better. It was Batman versus, I don't know if you got the title right, but Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, they did a crossover there. Have you seen it?
Donatello's great fun.
Yeah. Way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought, how are they going to pull that off? That's going to be ridiculous. But it was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Pretty much anything Batman in is great, you know.
Yeah. I saw another one.
Batman v Superman, but
What did I say the other night? One where they put him in Victorian. Well, it wasn't Victorian London. It was Gotham, but he was back in the old ages hunting Jack the Ripper. It was brilliant.
aye.
So I forget
Batman's
what that
gone
was
through
called.
time
though.
several times. I mean, I've gone through time several times.
Yeah, you have. You have. You've done very well. So my word. So where does that leave us then? What's the score?
Well, it means that you cheated, obviously.
I think home advantage. Home advantage, mate.
I think so.
Well,
It doesn't even need to be tallied up, even by somebody who's as maths illiterate as me. I can see that Catz has clearly smashed it out of the park.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Catz.
and still undefeated.
I did say at the beginning, in fairness, so it was a foregone conclusion because, you know, Marvel.
I think if it was I do prefer the DC TV program.
See, I don't watch like Batman or nothing. I can honestly say the last time I saw Batman, Adam West was still playing him.
Really?
Adam West was
Yeah.
great Batman.
Never
Never
watched
actually
any of the
killed Bond, though.
modern Batman stuff or Superman. The only Superman I've ever seen is Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. But I think we might have a change of character. I wonder if we're going to get.
Oh, Batman's feed has gone down.
another superhero on, maybe a super debunker.
Just while Batman has gone off to drain the mini bat, do people like the view where the speaker is taking over the whole screen, or do you prefer the view where we're all on the screen at the same time? Just give me some feedback in the side chat. Let me know what you prefer, and then I will completely ignore it and do the complete opposite. Batman rage quit, says basic trigonometry. Quite possibly. I did not watch Batman in 1966 when it first aired. I was not even born. I was definitely not born in 1966. Or were you telling me that you started watching? Ah, right, sorry, I misread that. Sean Mann started watching it when it first aired in 1966. Should we have a quick look at the super chats, Cats, while
Yeah, read them out, mate.
while
Let's do
Batman is nursing his wounds? And the George said, $5 US, let's keep it clean, whether you're cats or if you're wrong. Stephen Steen has been a very generous super chatter tonight. $2, FTFE, the only person I know who's wrong about everything. Another $5 from Stephen Steen.
Oh, wait, don't do that voice anymore. Love you, Stephen.
DC thinks solo of their superhero lineup. They have their strongest superhero killed by the weakest superhero of all time with 0 actual powers.
Well, Batman's power is he's bloody rich.
Yeah. And another $2 from Stephen Steen. FTFE only... FTFE only defends pretend things. The Globe and DC.
Well, NASA paid me well to do both, so...
Yeah, exactly. So why wouldn't you, isn't it?
Aye.
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, well, there we go.
Exactly.
That was fun. I was listening in while I was looking after Gotham for Batman. Top tip, don't ask someone who can't walk to go and fight crime in your city. Bats, there's a problem at Gotham Bank, Gotham Central, Gotham PCD, and in fact, you might need to go and deal with a few fires. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's not happy with me.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for... Oh, God, where's that come from? Excuse me. Thanks for coming on doing that. That's been a blast, is that? It's the first time we've done something light-hearted like that, isn't it? It's...
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say it was the first time we'd done something silly, but you were here for last week's debate, weren't you? So,
yeah. I thought like that was great. Last week we had music analyst on, and we were debating, is there a reason to believe in a God? And the guy was hilarious. You know what? The guy was hilarious. I'd love to have him
insane and really annoying, Craig.
Oh,
I liked him.
I've had a lot of those. I've had many of those. Did you happen to see the debate I had on my channel a few days ago with a guy called John Puckett?
No, not yet.
No.
The name rings a bell, though.
Like, the best way to describe him is the Flat Earth Energizer Bunny. From the second he joined the call, he did not shut up. Honestly. I at one point, I didn't even mute him. I just turned his volume down a bit while me and Team just had a conversation. You could just hear in the back constantly going. He just didn't stop.
It sounds like that guy from last week, doesn't it? Because he literally couldn't shut up. And every single sentence somebody said to him, he was like, ah! It's like, I only said introduce yourself, mate. Calm down, will you? Take the feather out of your pants.
Why are these people so crazy?
Oh, mate, honestly, he was nuttier than a squirrel turd.
Honestly, I really liked him. I just thought, because he didn't have an ego. He didn't have an ego in like, I've got to win the debate or I don't want to lose the debate. He was having fun, you know, and I know, I liked him. He grew on me as time went on.
Like a wart.
But it was fun.
Do you know what my thoughts are with him? I think he is a flat earther, and I think the I believe in God shtick has come after becoming a flat earther, and that's why he used to be an atheist.
Well,
that's
thing
what
is,
I think.
To be a flat earther, you have to believe, you know, in something, because that isn't how nature works.
No, exactly.
If you're a flat earther, then you kind of have to believe that a God or some higher power or something created it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
But he basically did the same as every other sort of religious argument you heard, and he skirted around it, so he literally didn't answer any of the questions that were asked of him.
Yeah.
None of them.
I see JL Warren in the chat saying that I've been dodging him on debating this for months. No. Me and you are going to have our time, and you can bring the one above all, and I've got someone to beat that, JL. Don't worry. We're going to have it.
Well, like I said before, if Warren is watching, I did email a while ago. I'd love to do something like this with you, but we make it about horror films because I know that's your stickies channel. We could broadcast it maybe live on your channel and ours. You know, get a bit of a crossover platforms and stuff, and do a similar thing where we just talk. You know, pit one slasher horror against another slasher, and one Exorcist film against another Exorcist film, something like that. So if you're up for that, drop us an email. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So, what have you got coming up on your channel?
In a few days, I'm going to have my new video. I think Batman showed you the thumbnail earlier.
He did.
I went onto Nathan Thompson's channel during my 40-hour stream for 40,000 subs, and he said that he wanted to put his testicles in my mouth quite a lot. So me and Brainy Beaver have done a pretty good video. I'm still working on some bits of it, but it should be out by the end of this week. It's not going to get monetized. There's absolutely no way this video is being monetized. In fact, my channel is probably going to be deleted afterwards, but hey, it'll probably be worth it. And then I've got, I'm hosting a debate on Monday between Rad Vlad and a pilot, which should be fun. And then I've got an anti-masker debating me on Wednesday.
An anti-masker?
Yeah.
What's happened to all these hydroxychloroquine supporters now? Trump has...
Yeah, I know. Hydroxychloroquine is the best way to not get COVID. Oh, I got COVID. Whoops.
But have they all realised now that, oh crap, we were wrong? Or do they now think that Donald Trump is somehow now controlled opposition?
Oh, they think he's some kind of superhero now. It's crazy.
Because that's the QAnon stuff, isn't it? What is the QAnon stuff?
A lot of people have asked me to cover QAnon, so I've started looking into it. And honestly, it's the biggest rabbit hole of conspiracy nut I've ever dipped my toe into.
It's insane, isn't it?
It is pure batshit crazy. Honestly, Catz. I mean, even I still, after researching it for a few days, don't even really understand what it's all about. They think there's some secret deep state controlling everything, and everything's a code, and everything is a lie, but it's all a truth. And it's honestly, it's mental.
It's like the ultimate conspiracy theory, isn't it? It's sort of every conspiracy you could ever imagine covered under one umbrella. Because I exactly the same as you. I've tried looking into it, tried finding a specific video to make a video, but I just can't pin anything down because it covers so many different things. Literally that wall behind you, Catz, is red. That's a conspiracy.
Oh,
do you know, it is literally everything.
There's 4 guitars, is there? Oh my goodness, you're so controlled. You know?
Yeah, it's honestly, have a little look at it. I've tried, and I will make a video on it at some point, but I have no idea when, because I just can't pick anything out of it to make a video about, if you know what I mean.
It's just everything.
And you think, oh right, okay, they're talking about that, and by the time you've watched the end of the video, you're like, sorry, what were they talking about again? I have to go back and watch that again. And it's just rabbit hole after rabbit hole. It's so insane.
Oh, yeah, QAnon.
Yeah, it's nuts, it is. We've had a couple of super chats come in, and one person has super chatted the same thing twice, which usually indicates they really want their message read out. So I'll leave that one till the end. $5 Australian from Traveller X, 3:15 a.m, have to crash. You three and the chat have been amazing. Thanks for tonight. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. £5 from Thrive, I think. PA, yeah, Thrive. That's why I'm saying it. I'd like to see England versus Wales. Catz versus Creaky. Make it happen. It would be a conflict of interests. And it would be really unfair of me to win before we started. So we probably will never do that. And the person who super chatted twice, Ayash something, 200 rupees, maybe.
What is that currency?
I'm pretty sure that's rupees.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Craig, it's rupees, that, isn't it?
Pretty sure. I get them quite a lot.
Yeah. If you guys think this is a hot topic, y'all should... Oh, it's moved. Y'all should try Goku versus Superman.
Goku. Yeah.
Goku.
Superman's beat Goku twice. No problem.
I'd
Even
even love a
Ultra
debate
Instinct
on
Goku.
that, to be honest. You should bring people on to the show more often. More often than every week? Okay, we'll try.
I think it means people from the chat, just people like who are just chipping in from the chat. But we did that once, and somebody shouted See, this has been set up right before tonight. We did that once, and somebody came on and just shouted penis down the. What?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but what makes it worse, Craig, is he was probably about 13.
Oh God.
It was brilliant. It was the best live stream ever.
It was hilarious. Somebody had pulled out of it, but that was it. It was the time I was supposed to debate draft science, and it all fell apart. And someone and we went live to explain why and said if someone wants to come on and maybe debate flat Earth or something, do it. And he was posting away in the chat, and he was like, "I want to come on, So we give him the link. He came on, and it was just like a kid, and we're like, "Oh, hang on." So
Because
like,
you asked him, did his parents know he was on a live stream, did you? And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. They don't care. And if it was me, he wanted to try and debate, and I said, "Look, I don't debate people, but we let him come on." And he started going on then, didn't he, about how, the Earth is definitely flat. And I said a couple of things back to him, and then he just went, penis, into the microphone, and that was it. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. We've had another super chat in, Catz, from £5 from Batman.
wow.
Bit tight for a billionaire, isn't it? But,
Thank you, Batman.
FTFE, what did you do to my city? Now we need to call... Who? Klar. I mean Superman.
Sorry, Bats. My bad. I tried to stop him, but Penguin teamed up with Riddler, and then the Joker turned up, and then they offered me a beer, so I hung with them for a while. And sorry.
Oh dear, that's brilliant. My word. I've got to ask. I'm going to show my ignorance now. Who is Goku?
Goku is from Dragon Ball Z.
Ah, right. Okay, I don't watch that. Are they
he's a
superheroes? Or, I thought
can,
they're like Pokemon.
He can basically turn into like a god, but Superman could still beat him.
Right. God, yeah, I don't know about anything about Dragon Ball.
Ayash has just super chatted 100 rupees. Superman may be strong, but he definitely hasn't won twice. Screw attacks. The guys who made those videos don't know anything about Goku.
Oh, that's what Goku defenders will say.
So,
Oh dear.
what I was going to ask them, what other debate topics have you been doing? Because I know obviously flat Earth a lot. Have you been doing any other topics lately?
I had a supernatural debate about ghosts and stuff. That was quite fun with one of my subscribers, actually. So it was quite a friendly debate. But yeah, there's been quite a few anti-maskers. I hosted a debate about anthropogenic global warming between PhD Tony and Bart K. Oh my God, Bart K was awful. There's a lot of stupid. There's so much stupid to cover. But the flat Earth debates, I still think are the funniest and the best. So I try to do those more often than not. I honestly spend hours every day trolling Facebook for flat Earthers, and most of them will be all big and tough in the comments. But as soon as you're like, well, come on my platform and debate me, then they're like, oh, I'm not coming on YouTube. Of course, because you don't really believe what you're saying, do you?
I'll be honest, yeah, I thought it would be dead easy. Like when we started this I thought we'd be flooded with people like flat earthers and creationists and stuff, flooded with people coming on here and either wanting to debate me or Creaky or wanting to debate someone else on this platform. And, because you always get it in the comment section, don't you? You're wrong about this, you're wrong. And I extend that offer every time now, and not one person has agreed to a debate and followed through from leaving a message on my channel, not one.
That's the thing, and it's
quite
easy to
hard
be
pinning
Billy
them
Big
down.
Bollocks in the comment section, isn't it? But like Craig
exactly.
just said, it's not quite as easy to come on and do it like this, is it?
No.
Especially when they know how knowledgeable you are, Craig, about the fact
There's
that...
been a couple of them that are like, oh yeah, I'll debate you. So I'll arrange a time, and then I'll be like, right, well, here's the link to it. And they're like, oh God, you've got 40,000 subscribers. How many watch? I was like, well, I can get 750, 1,000 watching at a time. Oh, I can't do that. That's scary.
It's not, because you're in a room on your own.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I suppose if they're not used to an audience that size, then, maybe...
I
maybe it is a
understand
lot.
that. First time I debated on Simon Dan's channel was when it was against Nathan Thompson.
God, Thompson.
I think at one point there was 5,000 people watching, and I only found that out afterwards because as I saw that counter rise up, I turned the watch page off, and I just thought I'm not even going to think about how many people there are because
when I was supposed to debate Joey Roadshow on there and he didn't turn up, I ended up debating Gleam, and there was that between 3,000 and 5,000 people watching, and I couldn't look at the chat because it was too distracting.
Hey guys, you want to hear a funny story while we're all chatting, dude? I'm dating a first grader.
Oh, shut up, Nathan.
Is that Nathan Thompson?
Yeah. What he
Did he
meant
actually-
was he's dating a first grade teacher, but he literally said he's dating a first grader. So I played that guy off.
Oh dear.
That surprised me where that come from. I was thinking, what the hell is that? I thought we've been somehow crashed.
He
Right,
definitely doesn't do himself any favours, does he?
No.
He's
He's one of the dumbest.
He's I don't know. I think he's got problems, isn't he? Like I saw the one video where he was in tears, and well, they do, yeah, they do. You're right, they all do.
You can't be sane and be a flat earther.
I think being a flat earther will make you insane, because you have to believe everything around you is manipulation and lies.
Everyone's
and
lying.
who can you trust?
Absolutely everyone.
Yeah. It's like an episode of The Twilight Zone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like so many of them are absolutely convinced that all three of us here are paid by NASA, to do this.
I get it all the time. All the time, and that's why my video from yesterday had Agent 69 in it. I don't know if anybody in the side chat has seen it yet, but Agent 69 may well become an ongoing part of it. He speaks to me through my NASA implant.
Yeah, NASA are good with those implants. They teleport wherever they want instantly.
Exactly.
To fill the budget.
It just baffles me, though, that people actually think that. Surely not.
Yeah, I mean, look, I live in Scotland, you live in Wales, cats live in England. Why are NASA paying us?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah. It's almost. Well, yeah. But that's it. Why would they pay? Because they obviously know that everybody knows the Earth is a globe and everybody believes what NASA are doing anyway. So why would they put more money to achieve something they've already got? Why would they spend money? And why would they spend it so inefficiently, on like someone like me who who might hit 50,000 views on a video after about 6 months or whatever? Why would they give me money to tell people what they already know?
Yeah, exactly.
What they already believe,
They're absolutely convinced that we're paid by someone. It's all like when I first started doing this, and I was going on ATT Productions, Veteran Night, and it turns out that there's actually quite a lot of military veterans in this community. And that became a conspiracy. Oh, they're all military. The military's paying them to debunk flat Earth. And it's like, no, the few of us happen to be ex-military, But no, that was a conspiracy all of a sudden. Now there we go. It's absolute proof. The military are involved in debunking flat Earth.
Yeah. It's another one of those things when they'll just look for a pattern that isn't really there, and then 2 and 2 makes 5.
Like seeing the number 33 in places.
Yeah.
I mean, God's sakes, the number 33 is just a number.
Yeah, exactly. If you count, you're going to come across it. It means nothing apart from that you're one above 32. I just don't see. But it's all if you notice, it's like the biblical stuff in there. Everything they seem to believe or claim to believe always relates to information that was around thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
And superstitions and beliefs from back when God was a boy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's never current.
No, they always seem to think that the old people, that people centuries ago, they had it right. And somehow we haven't moved on from that. We've just forgotten how correct we had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except we've known for 2,000 years that it's a globe,
Yeah.
Even like history, when I say history, I mean like the last couple of thousand years. Even throughout that time, it was only the fringe that thought the Earth was flat. We all knew it was a globe. We had maps, we had cartographers. We had a globe mapped out before NASA ever showed us a globe from space. We've known that it was a globe for so many years. And to deny it is just insanity. It is pure insanity. But it's funny.
I was going to say it's so the most insane thing anybody could believe, isn't it? Because, like I say, what what would the end goal be for hiding it from us anyway? That's always been
Yeah.
a big question for me. Why?
What difference is it going to make in the long run? You know,
Yeah,
why
exactly.
pick that specific thing to, you know, to die on a hill on? It's like there's so many other things that the government could actually try and be hiding from us that was important. Who cares
Yeah.
about the actual shape of the Earth? It's not that important.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
I have so much fun doing
Exactly.
it. When I do the debates, I purposely put quotation marks around the word debate because there is no debate and it's
No.
entertainment. I'm parading a stupid person for people
Yeah.
to point and laugh at. That's
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've heard some of the most ridiculous things from flat earthers. The moon was dug out of the Grand Canyon by giants and put in the sky to mock us
Yeah.
and worshiping the sun.
I love Ross.
I've been told that the moon is actually a chew toy for a cosmic wolf. And the reason we have a pressure gradient is because there isn't a magic tree anymore. I had a guy tell me the Earth was actually made from fossilized dragons and ancient giant fish. You know, it's like, what?
It is incredible where they get the confirmation. Where do they get the confirmation for their own ideas from?
And they say we're stupid for not believing it. That's what gets me. Oh, you guys are so dumb because you don't think the Earth's flat. It's like, no.
I know.
Be proud of your stupidity.
Somebody just said in the side chat, and this is directed at you and I, FTFE, that we must be getting paid by Specsavers.
Hi, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one thing that gets me when the flat earthers always like, oh, well, trust your senses. Just trust your senses. Cool. So according to my senses, the world is actually 140p. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man, brilliant. But yeah, I don't know. What have you got coming up, Creaky?
That's a damn fine question because I'm getting worse and worse at pre-planning my videos. So tomorrow's a recording day. I haven't even considered the concept of looking for a video to make yet, but the same applied on Tuesday. So I generally get up, choose a video, and rip into it. I just wish I could be one of these people who was more prepared. What I do, I search for flat Earth, for example, filter it so I'm getting the newest stuff. But I'm starting to notice that there's less and less to choose from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there's only so
harder and
many
harder.
times you can make a video about Daniel Pratt or Nathan Thompson or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's nothing in this world that could make me sit through one of Nathan Oakley's live streams just to make a video about it.
It's honestly, that's what I'm struggling with in my video at the moment. Is
Yeah.
Just listening to him.
Nathan Oakley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I genuinely do not want to hit play on any of his streams.
yeah.
I don't like listening to him. It's worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
just
nails on the chalkboard of my soul. For God's sakes, I've never heard a voice that is so punchable.
I know. He's got one of those faces, hasn't he? That I personally would be afraid to hit Nathan Oakley. Because I think once I started, I probably wouldn't be able to stop myself. He's got just one of those faces.
I like him.
I'm sure you do.
He loves you, Catz. What's the fraction, Nathan? Go on,
Yeah.
10 seconds. That never gets old.
No, dear me. He's,
Go on, I'll give you another 10 seconds. You can't
sent-
answer because you don't know.
I'll tell you a true story. The day after I made that video, after I was speaking to him on Riley's channel, I cut that clip and I sent it him on Skype, just to wind him up.
Rub it in.
And he never ever replied. But I know he saw it because you can see, you can see when someone's seen someone on Skype. Oh, brilliant!
There's nothing better than trolling someone like Nathan Oakley. When I went onto his channel, I didn't go on there to debate him. And, I was doing my 40-hour stream, so I'd already been streaming for about 8 hours at that point, right? And I was saying to my audience, I had about 600 people watching, and I'm like, look, I'm going to go on Nathan Oakley's channel just to troll him. I'm going to go on there to see how triggered I can make him. I'm going to see how quickly I can make him shout at me. Everyone knew that's exactly what I was doing. And that's exactly what happened when I went on there. I made him so angry so quickly. It was just hilarious. And I was just there to trigger him and laugh at him. And and he acts like he beat me in a debate. But no, Nathan, I wasn't there debating at you. I was there making you perform like a little dancing monkey for me.
What got me about that is you went on and you were very polite. You were very, very polite, and you said something, And Nathan, even you were being polite and calm, and then he just said, "Why are you being so triggered?" And he started screaming. It was like, what? Like, it was ridiculous.
What bothers me about Nathan Oakley is that sort of the tone of his voice, the I'm really sure that I'm right, and it comes across then as really arrogant and overly confident.
He's done what, like 3,400 of his flat Earth debates, daily shows, right? So he's got that script down. You know, he knows exactly what he's saying. He knows how to counter the globe Earth arguments with what seems like a logically sound argument until you actually, pay attention. And it's because he's got that script so down that he is able to be confident. But when you actually listen to him, it's clear that he doesn't have the first clue about what he's talking about, in the slightest. And if you try and pin him down to a question, he will never, ever, ever ask it.
Yeah. He's just parroting, isn't he? It's like you say, he's learned it now from repetition, so that it's like a pre-programmed script that he rarely deviates from, because he doesn't have the knowledge of anything to deviate, over to.
Well, I remember Sorry, go on. No, you're right, go on.
I was just saying, it's amazing how these people that have never studied science in their whole life. I mean, before Nathan did this, he had a channel that was talking about tech and stuff, right? And he's not got any science background or anything, yet he thinks that he's got the ability and authority to debunk all of the world's greatest minds. Although we all know that Nathan Oakley is just doing it for money because he's not really a flat earther, but it's that arrogance that all flat earthers have.
But he's absolutely. But what you said before, like that he parrots stuff and he doesn't know what he's talking about. I think a great example of that is the day after the time he wouldn't answer me what diffraction was. He went on his own stream and he was speaking. I can't remember, it was too ranty, I think. And he said everyone in the chat keeps asking me what diffraction is, obviously. And he said the thing is, Catz thinks he got one over on me, but just because I don't know what diffraction means isn't the point, because what I was talking about is the diffraction limit, which is something completely different. So like he was almost saying, well, how can you? He was almost saying it's all right for me not to know what diffraction is because I talked about diffraction limit, as if baseball, as if like what we're supposed to think. Oh, it's okay because he knows what the diffraction limit is. Then like what a complete plonker.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what. So it's the limit of something you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but don't point out he doesn't know it. Oh
God.
I want to talk about the broadband limit. What's broadband? Don't know. Like, oh, great.
Limit.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, sorry, basic. Tell Catz stop yawning. I should stop yawning. I had very sleepless night last night. So
I know I'm nervous about debating Batman.
I
mean, you did well.
Bricking it.
You cheated really well to get that win.
I did. It was just like home advantage. I'll thoroughly admit you schooled me when it comes to the knowledge of the cat. You schooled me, guy. I was just saying stuff I'd seen in the films. Yes.
I mean, like at heart, I grew up with my comic books. I was into the comic books before it was cool to be into comic books. I suffered for it. I got bullied for being a nerd and stuff. But nowadays, it's cool to be into comics because of all the films and TV shows.
You set the trend, mate. It's all down to you. All those pennies that you gave to Marvel and DC when you were buying the comics allowed them to grow into pretty big businesses to make the films.
It's nice. It's escapism. It gives me something to think about and not think about. It's the thing. You can escape into that world and not worry about stuff that's going on. It's an escape. It's a sanctuary for people that had that kind of world, and I'll never get bored of reading comic books and watching the shows and the TV and the movies. It'll always be part of my life, and I'll never be ashamed of it. The amount of people that are like, "Oh, you stupid nerd," and I'm like, "Well, sorry, is fun illegal?"
When I was younger, and I'm not proud of this, right? But I think everybody when they were a kid, and I'm talking about when I was like 12, 13, something like that. And I think all kids are like it. But I would look at people who were doing stuff like Morris dancing or role play and dressing up role play, and I think, God, what the hell are they doing? And when I was a kid, I'm not proud of that at all. But then as you get older, you get to a point where you realise, you know what? If someone enjoys doing something, you can just just do it. And if I enjoy doing something, I'm just going to do it, and I'm not gonna hide it. If I enjoy it, then that's what I do. Tough.
Yeah, and I love my video games as well. I am a geek. I'm a nerd at heart, and you'll never get a woman, you nerd. But I've been married to someone for coming up for 14 years that loves video games and comic book stuff just as much as I do. Like I've married my best friend, my dream woman, who is a geek like me. And like
She's just walked in the room, Craig, hasn't she?
No.
No? Is she watching downstairs?
But she's probably watching in the other room. If you guys have, if anyone hasn't subscribed to my wife, by the way, she's got a new channel called Emma Reads Reddit, where, funnily enough, she reads Reddit, daily content every day at 2 p.m. And it's a lot of fun to listen to, and it's easily bingeable stuff. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Emma Reads Reddit, I'd appreciate if you go and do that now.
I'll find it and whack a link in the chat.
Cheers.
And then, did we pick up any questions from the chat on the way?
No, not
I know we
really.
normally do.
Not really, not tonight. I've been keeping a very close eye, but yeah, nobody's asking anything tonight. So if anybody does have anything they want to ask, like when did Batman develop a West Country accent, or Bristolian to be more accurate, that sort of thing. Why is it taking the Creaky Blinder so long to get to 40,000 subs when he's only got 138 to go? These are the kinds of questions that we need immediate answers to.
You're that close to 40k. Get in.
It's doing my nut in. Absolutely doing my nut in. 2 live streams ago, I was on like 39,500 and something. And I was picking up about 200 a day. So I quite confidently said, let's get to 40,000 subs by Sunday's live stream. And 2 weeks later, I'm still 138 away. I don't know what the hell has happened.
We're at the mercy of the YouTube gods, Creaky.
Yeah, it's just stalled.
It's peaks and valleys.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. 2 weeks ago, I was picking up 200 subscribers a day. Now I've been waiting for these last sort of couple of hundred for weeks. But, it's bizarre.
Congratulations, though, dude. You've always been one of my favorite content creators from like the first time that we kind of bumped into each other, and we did. I think it was episode 3 of Flirts with Idiots together, where we covered allegedly Dave.
Yeah. That was because it's funny because Catz asked me to do a collaboration before you, but then something happened and Catz couldn't do it right away. So you were my first collaboration.
Oh, but no, to see you grow in the community, I've loved it because you deserve it. You're a hardworking content creator. You put out an awful lot of videos. You're funny, and to see you grow is amazing. I want channels like yours to be successful.
And I'm enjoying doing it as well.
Heady heights of conspiracy cats, but
Well, yeah. And do you know one thing I think that seems to escape the flat earthers and other strange people that stumble across my channel? You were saying earlier on about the way Nathan Oakley thinks that his mind is far superior from any physicist, astrophysicist, any scientist ever. Nathan's got the answers none of those have, yeah? That's his mindset. I think people have missed that I'm trying to prove that somebody like him with no scientific knowledge, like me, can still not be a complete spaz who thinks that the earth is flat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm doing what you do, what Catz does, what Simon Dan does in a very different way with zero scientific knowledge. The only difference between me and a flat earther, apart from the fact that I'm not a complete moron, is that when I look information up, I make sure I'm looking it up from somewhere reputable, and I'm sure both of you can confirm the number of times I've asked you to fact check something for me, sent you a message saying, is this right? Do you know what I mean? So I believe the information I'm fed because it's fed to me from accurate sources.
You don't have to be, a genius to know the Earth's not flat.
And this is my point. This is what I'm saying. So why is it that somebody like Nathan Oakley is able to outwit every scientist ever?
Well, we know why, don't we? We know because he just it doesn't. You could ask him. So Nathan Oakley could ask somebody, show me an apple. You could show him an apple, and he would say, "Oh, you've not shown me an apple. I win." And that's
exactly. He could argue. He could argue that the sky isn't blue.
That's begging the question.
Exactly. Yeah. He just his catchphrase. He'll say, "Oh, fallacy, begging the question." Whatever.
Know what begging the question fallacy is. He thinks that asking a question is a begging the question fallacy. That's not how it works. Like, for instance, if you say, well, if the Earth is turning, there are certain effects that we should be able to experience. Coriolis effect, the Upfoss effect, etc. Oh, that's a begging the question fallacy because you said, if the Earth is turning. Well, how else are you going to form a hypothesis and a question around, an idea if you can't ask a question about it? You absolute moron.
He is. It's just all, pitter patter. That's why he doesn't go on other channels where he can't mute people, where people are going to have an equal say and just show people clearly. It's like he never will. He never ever will. Apparently we've missed quite a few super chats, Creeks, as well. Actually, I think we do have some. Yes.
Right then. So the last one we read out was from Ayash. The next one is from Jessica Skeptic. $2 US. Is FTFE craving more dick?
No and no.
That's got to be the best name ever. Pete Bramble, $4.99. You should do another version of this with the villains. Great stream, thanks. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, do it.
Next time we feel like doing something fun. Not that all our other shows aren't fun, obviously. Just saying. But yeah, I've enjoyed this. It's been a nice change of pace. And another super chat, 200 rupees from Ayash again. FTFE. Seems like you don't know much about Goku. If you think Screw Attacks was even close, you should look into him. He's really very interesting. Universe is being obliterated even, 5D strength and all that jazz.
Yeah, he is pretty powerful. I still think Superman could take him.
And $2 US from M Batch. Did you do the thing?
I think he means the thing as in the character, the thing, maybe?
I don't know.
We didn't have the thing on the... if you mean the character, the thing, no. If you mean another thing that we should have been doing...
Yeah, you'll have to be more specific. Yeah, you'll have to remind us.
I've done some things. At FTFE, did you do the thing? Oh, did you do the thing? It's a question to you. So there's a thing that you should do.
To me?
Yeah.
What thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. Sorry.
He did do the thing. So, quality. We got to the bottom of that.
I know. And now I really want to know what the thing is.
Right. Oh, amazing.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, dear me. Yeah, loving it. Trying to think what I was going to say. I might have a video out this week, finally.
No way.
Yeah, I might actually
on the Baldy Catz channel or the Conspiracy Catz channel?
Baldy Catz one. It's going to be a review of the debate I had with Ray Comfort. So
right.
I'm going to try and elevate him to the same meme level as I did Ken Hovind. Then when they meet each other and chat, they can talk about like who got maimed. Memed. Why do I keep calling it maimed? Maimed means to chop someone's legs off, doesn't it? I'm not like I'm not going out trying to not like a scene from Misery or something like that. It's definitely not what I'm after.
Yeah, if I can't beat you in a debate, I'm going to break your legs on the way home.
I'm going to actually maim you. No, I mean meme. I always put out memes as memes, and I don't know why. It's because I never knew what a meme was. I saw the word written down before I knew what it was. A meme, yeah. A meme. A meme.
I debated a guy on Monday called Tricky who says that he's a race car engineer. He wasn't. When you look up his company, he's actually the national sales manager. But he's released a video about me called Craig McNeil Down and Give Balloon Jobs.
What?
Is he trying to get
I'm not even kidding.
Down. My word. And what's the content of said video?
This is a short video explaining how the big baby Craig McNeil down and give blowjobs is too childish to answer questions in a human-like manner. Oh goodness, I trigger flat earthers.
My word.
You
My
do
word.
seem to have that effect on them, Craig. I can't imagine why. It's
No,
almost as
no,
if they
they don't
feel
like
you
me very much.
embarrass them every time you debate one of them.
Oh my word. Oh, excuse me. I do apologise for that. I only grabbed a couple of hours last night. I don't know why. I just can't.
Burning the candle at both ends, Cats.
No, not even that. It's
That's what happens when you're two people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tell Stephen Smith. £2 says, tell Craig to watch the video I just sent him on Facebook. So another message. Well, your personal message board tonight, Nick.
Apparently so. I'm currently under a 24-hour ban on Facebook because I called a flat earther stupid.
You can get banned for stupid. For saying stupid, I mean not being stupid.
How do these other Facebook pages stay up for so long? You know,
I know.
Would someone have had to report?
Yes, Stephen,
report
I've
you
seen
for
the
that?
epic rap battle many times. That's great. One more Superman who's never going to walk again. Yeah.
They probably just gang up on you, Craig, don't they, and mass report you, because isn't that what happened with Twitter?
They took down my previous Twitter account by doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Just makes no sense to me. That even that, what do they think that's going to do? Because there's absolutely no way in the world that a person of your experience and intelligence would possibly think of just setting up a new Twitter account, is there?
I know, right?
I know, it's nuts. They're just so awesome at outwitting you.
Yeah, Twitter at the minute is. I've never really used Twitter much in the past, but this past couple of months, I've been using it a lot more and trying to engage, shall we say, with people that are making ridiculous claims, especially about exosomes and viruses and stuff at the minute. And it is a world of wonder out there. It really is. Some of the things people say, and things that they just repeat. Like some. I was reading a message the other day, and it was a perfectly normal thread of messages about the virus and hoping people are okay, etc. And somebody's just butted in from nowhere and said, "Oh God, don't you all know that you're being played? Search into it. Viruses or exosomes, they don't exist." Why?
Oh, God.
It's like,
since I've been doing this, I've got so little patience for people like that. That's why I never use Facebook. I use it for the Creaky Blinder page, but I don't use Facebook myself, because I was saying to my wife, I think yesterday we were having a conversation, and somebody we both know, we're both friends with them on Facebook, they've started posting certain types of content, and she's only a young girl, and like I said to my wife, I said I could make a video about her. It would be a brilliant video. I wouldn't, obviously, because she is somebody we know quite well, but some of the stuff she's saying. But the trouble is, see, when I get face to face with somebody, I can't not say anything then, see?
Yeah.
Well, it just baffles me. Facebook is literally a minefield.
It's so full of conspiracies, and it's allowed the conspiracy mindset to breed.
Yeah.
Like giving them their own little echo chambers and stuff. But hey, it means we've always got content.
Yeah, exactly. So because somebody asked me, am I afraid I'll run out of ideas for videos? And it's like, but haven't you been on the internet?
Yeah. Einstein once said that there's two things that are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And he wasn't sure about the universe.
Yeah, I'm never going to run out of things to make video about. The content may vary. Maybe flat earthers will quietly, shuffle off to where are they all going? They're going over to
Glober Mum's got a premiere, I believe.
I can't remember what it's called. That other website.
BitChute.
BitChute, yeah, they're all shuffling off over to BitChute, aren't they? And maybe that's why it's getting a little bit more difficult to find content about flat Earth on YouTube. I don't know.
I've been getting a lot of my content lately off of Reddit, honestly.
Really?
There's so much good stuff on Reddit.
Is there? I'll have to start trying to have a look.
There's a great thread on Reddit that I found when I just decided to search conspiracy cats in it. The title was "Just How Evil Is Conspiracy Cats." There's a
Really?
whole people slagging me off, and some people.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
Yeah, you look evil as well. In fairness.
I'm going for that sinister,
Yeah. All you need is a monocle and a
stroking a
furry
cat.
cat.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! Had another super chat as well, which given it's your favourite name in the world, I'm going to let you read that one out.
Oh, Jessica Skeptic, $2 US. Nikki versus FTFE. By the way, Nikki is craving more dick. Allegedly.
Yeah, Nikki wants to debate me on Goku versus Superman. I'll take that debate. I honestly will. I have done a lot of research on both the characters, and I believe at their peak powers, Superman could still beat Goku. I'm not going to deny that it would be a hell of a fight. Goku is insanely powerful, especially Super Instinct Goku, basically a god. But I think Superman could still beat him, and I think I've got some quite convincing arguments for why.
Sounds like it's a debate that needs to happen.
Yeah.
I think whoever's asking you for that in the chat is quite insistent on it. I think it's something they're holding close to their heart. So I think and if I knew who Goku was, I'd have something more productive to say. But I've got no idea.
I'll be honest, I didn't know 50% of the topics of the debate were tonight, so I definitely don't know who Goku is.
Oh, there we go. Call the void in the chat. How about Superman versus Lucifer? You had DC. Why didn't you pull Lucifer out, the actual devil?
Yeah, Lucifer. Well, there's actually a couple of versions of Lucifer in the DC universe. But yeah, he would have been quite powerful, but he's easily restrained by magic, and a lot of Marvel users use magic. I mean, you would have been better against Superman. You would have been better putting out Doctor Strange against Superman, because Superman is so vulnerable to magic.
Right. See, I wasn't aware of that. I did see a couple of people mention it in the chat as well. So I'm assuming in the comics and stuff, he's been done over by magic, is he, a few times?
Yeah, Shazam's beaten him quite a few times. Whereas, like, the Green Lantern Corps, one of the original reasons that the Guardians created it was to combat magic across the universe. Their job was to wipe out magic.
Right, so that was a pretty bad choice to pick Doctor Strange.
Yeah, you still won though, so.
Home advantage. I'm not claiming I debated well at all, because it was fun, and I enjoyed the films and I enjoyed the TV series, but that's all the knowledge I've got just from those. It's everyone should watch Superpower Beatdown from the Bat in the Sun.
Yeah, Superpower Beatdown's always fun. They do, like Goku versus Superman and Hulk versus Superman and things like that. I think one of the most interesting matchups that you and Batman talked about tonight was Hulk versus Solomon Grundy, because both of them are extremely powerful. But I think that Hulk would probably win that battle in the end, because the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. I chose Professor Hulk though. Would he get as angry as Hulk? Well, that's why I said that maybe Solomon Grundy would have the upper hand against Professor Hulk, because with Professor Hulk being intelligent, he would restrain himself. But when you look at Hulk in the earlier Marvel movies, before he became Professor Hulk, when he's pure rage and anger, they had to get the Hulkbuster in to stop him destroying the city. If I think that Hulk would have more of a chance against Solomon Grundy.
Oh, interesting though. Interesting. So, of course, there's no real winner or loser. We're all winners, or we're all losers. Probably a bit of both in equal measure. But
Batman said he had a lot of fun. He's quite busy dealing with the issues in Gotham now. Apparently Penguin owns like 3/4 of the city or something, but he had fun.
Call of the Void said Nathan Oakley Hulk. Laugh out loud the more triggered he gets. That's it.
Yeah. And he gets triggered.
Oh God, does he?
A little bit. Gas pressure. Diffraction.
Gas pressure without a container. Gravity's a container. You're presupposing gravity. No, it's just a fact, dumbass.
Oh, brilliant. Well, 9 o'clock.
21 o'clock.
21 o'clock. Ireland's fancy lure. Oh, my word.
in a few hours, me and Team will be doing our Science or Satire podcasts. If people don't know, Team and I have actually started a 3 times a week podcast, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Usually around 2 p.m., but it's been a bit later for the past few days for reasons. But sorry, no, 6 p.m., not 2 p.m. And we just talk for an hour. We sometimes have some guests on. Catz was on last week. And it's also going to be available on all the podcast services. So if you haven't subscribed to Science or Satire, then if you want to catch us 3 times a week just talking about nonsense, then do that.
Cool, and I was on. It was good fun, and that's reminded me to post the link to your Mrs. FTFE's channel again in the chat.
Thank you.
We've got one more super chat before we wrap, Screeks.
It is from, well, Ayash, 100 rupees. Thank you very much, sir. Or Sirette. The name tells me nothing because I'm just, yeah. FTFE, I agree. The strongest Superman could beat anime Goku easily, but I'm not sure about Goku from the video games.
They did up his powers quite a lot in the recent games compared to what he was shown to be able to do in the anime. It's a fair point.
Fair point, well put.
Goku versus Gokwan.
No, I'd watch that.
Gokwan, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, Sliman Dan's going to beat them all, right?
Oh, too right, yeah. There we go.
Then.
21 o'clock.
21 o'clock, I think we're ready to rock and roll. What do you reckon? And by rock and roll, I mean finish the stream.
Yeah,
that's about as rock and roll as I can get at 9 o'clock.
Well, thank Batman for coming on, though. I've had a great time there. And, you know, whatever the vote was, you definitely put up a better show than I did. So thanks for coming on there, mate.
No worries. I had great fun. Thanks for inviting me on. And congratulations on the success of this channel as well. It's nice to see it growing.
Oh, cool. Cheers, mate.
It is growing, yeah. It's going quite well, actually. And it's just nice that we've been lucky so far. And everyone that's come on has managed to keep within the sort of spirit of the channel, apart from Penis Guy.
The kid who shouted penis,
yeah.
Penis.
But everyone else has been fine.
We should sign out tonight just by shouting penis, just in there.
All right, then.
Yeah, let's do that then. Bye, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Penis!
Penis!